Ever since I was a kid, I've been really active. I wasn't really diagnosed with ADD, but I definitely had something going on. Running was something I really enjoyed doing, and over time, it was something I became quite good at. In high school, I started running cross country, and it wasn't long before I won a couple of national titles. Triathlon was just getting popular, and it looked more exciting than just running. So I thought, why not give it a go? I ended up Australia's under-23 national champion and represented the green and gold 3 times at World Championship level. I even made the top 15 in the world one year and raced in a professional team in Europe. But not long after my first pro win, all those miles of training and competing had done some serious damage to my legs. My pro career was over before it had really begun. I was absolutely devastated. Now what? I became a personal trainer, but there was something inside of me that needed feeding, an irresistible urge to compete again. So I started searching for something to fill the void. Mountain biking maybe, Xterra. Well, so it happens, I finished up 14th at the Xterra World Championships. But the thought of training and competing for just one sport wasn't enough. What if I could compete in a range of different events to see how they stack up against each other and find out which one hurts the most? I've identified 12 events on the east coast of Australia during a 16-week period that will be perfect for the challenge. I'm going to rope in some of Australia's best athletes and coaches to help me. We'll train with them to get their tips and thoughts on pushing themselves to the limit. What is the human body capable of? And how much can it endure? I'm Matt Murphy. Let's go search for Hurt.
That's what you call the hurt box.
So, just as Matt thought he had it all figured out, someone came along that turned his world upside down. And her name was Elise.
So we were training together for about 6 months, and then when we started dating, that was for about a week before he proposed. Which is true. You know that?
Oh, I just don't know. I knew it was quick.
Yeah.
So
wait,
the
one
last 2 out.
I look forward to spending the rest of my life.
It was a whirlwind romance, and they became inseparable.
Everyone, I guess, says, don't they? They said, far out. It was a bit quick, wasn't it?
It was.
Who does that? You see it in the movies, but like my own mate's just gone out and met a girl and 5 weeks later he's married like that. It just doesn't happen, does it?
And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess it was.
So Matt brings me and asks for a meeting, and when he comes over, introduces me to his new wife. And I was like, I'd only seen him a couple of months before and he wasn't married, so I'm like, man, you've had a couple of busy months, mate.
It was a great match. Apart from being drop-dead gorgeous, Elise has a degree and practices in Chinese medicine.
So, when we were in Vanuatu, Matt started telling me about his Search for Hurt dream.
Hi, baby. It's been a great day. Hello.
And to me it sounded exciting, but I didn't quite know how it was all going to work.
I hadn't really done any sort of training for a few months, and Adam suggested that there was an obstacle race on the weekend called the Stampede.
So it was time to show Elise what the Search for Hurt was all about. starting with a 6-kilometre obstacle race just north of Sydney on the Central Coast, called the Valley Stampede.
An obstacle race is just like a fun run, but it's a ton more fun. You get to go through mud, through all sorts of military-inspired obstacles, over really hilly cross-country style courses, and yeah, I just absolutely love it.
Can't wait.
Matty, there's the man that's going to win it. You just do your best, okay, Matt?
Yes.
And win it.
What is going to be a fabulous day of getting muddy, wet, down and dirty.
So the kind of people that come to these obstacle races are just completely different. All sorts come. So there's the elite guys that take it really seriously and train hard and want to win. And then there's everyone else that's there just to have fun, muck around, heaps of people get dressed up. And some people are just out there.
Step aside, you have 20 seconds to comply.
I'm just a kid with a bad reputation. I know you want to see me lighting the station. You should take a look at yourself before you all judge me. No.
With over 6,000 competitors, this race was a mud-filled, jam-packed stampede.
Where's the Search for Hurt?
Where is it? Right here.
That fellas. Come on, get excited. 3, 2, 1.
Keep on pushing till it's gone. Making everything yours. Take it all there in your stride. I've heard it all. I can't see right through those eyes. I can't believe a word they say. I gotta look the other way. No second thoughts can move to steel. Just pay your call.
Superman is searching for Hurt.
If it's for real.
Definitely hurt. A bit more than I thought it was going to.
So if it hurts so much, we ask why are so many people attracted to these kind of events?
The ice. There was one bit where we had to go through water and it was filled with ice. And talk about blue balls, I tell you, when you got out, it was frozen. The water slide. And then just hit her in the head. She was under, I had to grab her like that and pick her up out of the water.
Get him out.
You're right. Sorry about that.
Even after a few months off from training, Matt shows he still has what it takes.
The previous winner of the Puck Blow Challenge, it looks a little bit sweaty, a little bit muddy. Coming in at number 1, 24 minutes and 4 seconds, we have Matt Murphy from Search for Hurt.
How bad was the bug zappers?
What was the bug zapper like?
Guys, if your heart rate's high by the time you get to it, it just wants to come out your chest. It feels like you're just hit with one of those, what are they? You know, the...
One of those. I'm thinking the word is defibrillator.
Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Matt.
Good job, let's have a beer. Time for a beer. That was hard, eh?
What was your highlight of the entire course?
The cows.
What did you do to the cows?
Always search for Hurt, and we found it here.
So I had heaps of fun with Search for Hurt at the Stampede, and then I finally felt like I could envision where it was going and I could understand what Matt was going on about with all this Search for Hurt stuff. So yeah, I'm not an athlete like Matt. I'm definitely just going to be trying a few other things, but I love fitness, so yeah, I'm in.
With Elise sold on Search for Hurt, it was time to set off on their adventure. But it's not going to start in Australia.
We kind of only hung around for 4 or 5 days, didn't we? So it wasn't...
We didn't get a honeymoon.
Matt still owed Elise a honeymoon. So Matt and Elise leave a hot Aussie summer and settle in to a Rocky Mountain winter in Wyoming, USA.
People often ask why Wyoming.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the best snow in the world. I've lived there for 2 years when I was younger to train with Barb Lindquist for the Olympics for triathlon. Also, our honeymoon.
What's your boy's hourly rate? 20? 10?
20.
20.
That's a holiday. Christmas tree, skis.
So even though it was a honeymoon, Matt had to make sure he kept training and, you know, kept working on his fitness.
With the benefits of training in altitude, also comes the challenges of adverse weather conditions.
This is the amount of snow that we got last night. It's made training a little bit difficult, I guess you could say.
So what do you do when you can't train? You acclimatise.
Let's go.
For some reason, in boxer shorts.
Here we go.
Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold.
You take a sauna.
Stay tuned to see the team go through a challenge they've never faced before.
It's our first snowshoe experience.
And get a call from the Michael Jordan of rock climbing, a man who uses no ropes.
Go.
So with the fun and games done and dusted, the team found a local who introduced them to something they'd never done before.
We met this guy named Dave, who was just a super cool guy, really outdoorsy, and he invited us out one day to go snowshoeing.
So guys, we're here with world champion a crazy thing that we're doing down at Vale is the snowshoe race, and one of the guys helping us out is Dave. So say good day, Dave.
Hi, good day. Yeah, snowshoe basically, gives you flotation on top of the snow. Small profile shoe that will give you some flotation, but narrow, tapered at the back, so it pitches the snow off, doesn't hit your heels, and you're able to quickly turn your feet over and keep moving. Not much of a snowshoe effect on this hill. Just stick the toe, dig in hard, and keep going.
All right, brother, and let's just quickly check out Elise.
Hey, she is.
I think someone might be hurting a little bit. Say hey, Elise. So, it's our first snowshoe experience after hanging out with Dave and giving us some advice. First climb, apparently the only way to train for racing up is training up. So we've been out for about an hour and a half now. Elise, can you give us your true opinion on snowshoeing so far?
It's really hard. It's cardio hard, but just trying to get straight uphill. I'm sure there's a technique to it that I don't have yet, so it's just freaking hard work.
Dave, resident snowshoe expert, is about to take us up this. It's about 20-25% grade. Oh man, the legs are just absolutely killing. So welcome to snowshoeing. You all right, Elise?
Got it.
Training on the snow or any of the sports that these guys do up in the mountains is just completely in a different realm from anything that I've ever done, whether it's cross-country skiing, ski mountaineering, or in this case, snowshoeing. Even just the small thing of how cold the air is when you breathe in, it's just something so different, and I absolutely loved it.
Matt uses his professional filming skills to show a quick technique to get down the mountain.
So we've been climbing for about 2 hours.
Yep.
So what? How are we getting down?
Trash bags.
So what? We sit on.
Grab a trash bag around your ass, lean back, put your feet up, and just go.
Here he goes. Oh, he's crazy. He's lost his trash bag. Oh!
God!
After some heavy training in the mountains, the guys get a call from the world's best free soloist rock climber, Alex Honnold.
So there's a rock face in Yosemite National Park that apparently takes a good climber with ropes 3 days to summit. And Alex Honnold does it without gear in 3 hours. he's regarded as the world's best free soloist. So he climbs these rocks with no rope, no harness. One slip, show's over. And we got the opportunity to go and see him.
When we come back, Alex displays why he's the world's best, and Matt and Elise take their search for Hurt to new heights.
Yeah, we're just about to go and see Alex Honnold, regarded as the world's best free climber. So let's go see how much this hurts, huh?
Matt and Elise drive 800 miles from Wyoming to Bishop, California, to take Matt's training to new heights.
We could drive all night, put our hands on the wheel, turn the engine home, and take a ride we can feel to a little old town where we'll be freedom bound, and it was made for you and me.
The team take the opportunity over breakfast to get an insight into Alex and his training.
Sort of good building power is like the ability to do really hard moves, like to do hard climbing movements. And then doing endurance is being able to do a bunch of hard climbing movements in a row. So it's like basically you have to be able to do the moves in order to be able to do a lot of them. You know, so like power is kind of like the base for all climbing. Actually, there's a quote from like an old famous climber about like without power you have nothing to endure. You know, because like you just can't do the moves. You're just like, well, oh well, you know, like you just can't do it.
And what about any other kind of training? Do you do anything other than climbing? Do you work at a gym or anything else strength-based?
No, not really. I do like push-ups and core, like after climbing. Push-ups are just like opposition because climbing is all pulling muscles all the time. So like you can kind of prevent elbow injuries and stuff by doing some opposition. Core is just, you know, I mean, you can never do too much core.
So, when Alex asks you a question like,
what size shoe do you wear?
It means breakfast is over and it's time to go climbing.
So, Alex Honnold is regarded as one of the world's best free climbers. And what you're about to see, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And then the stuff on the right side, I mean, I don't know if you can tell the scope, but that's probably like 35 feet tall. It's like some big boulder problems, you know?
Welcome to Bishop. Mother Nature's playground for climbers.
But so, that's like what makes Bishop so special though, is that the boulders are like gigantic.
Yeah, far out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, but so where we're going, actually, the boulders are even bigger. Or they're like that size.
Yeah.
But, well, you'll see.
Put the shoe up against your bottom of it.
Some of them, like those things are really downturned, so your foot like arcs in it. So these are like my blown out warm-up ones, you know?
So it's time to get started. But first, Alex shares an encouraging story of his buddy's mishaps at Bishop.
Yesterday, some friends of ours told us that 2 of their friends broke their ankles on this problem. So it's like kind of intimidating, but it's all just part of the game.
So we're staring up at this boulder that 2 of Alex's friends fell off and broke their ankles. Thanks, Alex, good to know, especially with Matt being so scared of heights.
I'm not scared of heights.
It's time for Alex to show the team just how difficult bouldering is and why everything is referred to as a problem.
Some of these cracks that Alex were like, you know, put your hand here, put your hand there, they're like, I can't even hold myself there. They're smaller than, they're half the size of your pinky nail, and you can't even get a finger hold. Like, he's explaining it as this big thing to hold on to, and it's like climbing up a painted wall.
Oh, there's another hold right above it. I suddenly have new life for this problem. Very exciting. Like, I don't even know if this is the way to do it, but it just seems like it has some promise, maybe.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Where do you wanna go? Mountain under sky. Where do you wanna go? Well, maybe we could fly with me. While I'm waiting, won't you set me free?
Awesome effort, man. that good, huh?
Yeah, I tried like pretty hard.
So even just watching Alex then, I was so absolutely petrified. It's like 30 foot, I guess. Oh, it was so scary just watching. Do something like that. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Makes it worthwhile coming out for the day,
Yeah.
eh? You know?
But that's like the tall problems are like worth more in a way, you know, because you really get like excited about them.
Alex has shown the guys what to do. Now it's their turn to have a go.
Hi ho, next boulder we go.
But first, it's time to establish some rules. Rule number 1, learn how to fall.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Second rule, there are no rules. How can there be rules? There's no ropes. There's no one around to enforce the rules, and it's just you and the rock.
And the ground.
That too. Oh, see, this height, that's pretty good for me.
You didn't even do anything.
No, I'm just latched into the wall. I'm.
Well, we can spot it. Step back. Hurry.
Yee! Oh, sugar.
Well, I've been doing it a long time.
Yeah,
you know?
but
like I've practiced.
It's so, yeah. Wow. I've tried a lot of things, but that's like really, really hard. Oh man, it was so hard. I couldn't even do it. My hands are just killing me.
Sure.
But the thought of this, it's just...
You gotta believe in yourself. You know what you can do.
So that last one that I was trying, it's amazing because although they've got these pads, the pads that were on the bottom were like covering smaller boulders. So you just think, if I lose that tiny little handhold, you drop down and you know there's a little bit of foam, but you're falling straight onto rock.
So over the years, I've been lucky enough to see a lot of stuff and do a lot of pretty hard things, but what we've seen today, this is just absolutely unbelievable, guys. So what did you do to yourself, Elise?
We were bouldering with Alex today and I felt fine, but when I came home and took my shoe off, my ankle started hurting and now it's really, really hurting. So yeah, I found hurt today.
Next time on Search for Hurt, they bump into CrossFit legend Chris Phelan. Finds Hurt with America's unbeatable Spartan racer, Hobie Cowell.
Oh, we're gonna make you hurt. That's what you're looking for.
Sticks things up his nose and does a strange workout with the greatest female ultra-marathon runner of all time.
And this is the honeymoon you get when you're married to Matt Murphy.